today. From Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Desean Watson and the Houston Texans.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they interplay in this one. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they come in just in an absolute free-fall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players and look at them and say, can you guide us out of this? We've got to be better than what we've shown.
The Texans ready to take over here on offense, and it's Desean Watson at the controls in his 5th season now in the NFL.
Had a chance to meet him while he was still at Clemson at a summer camp, partner. And this is one of the best kids you're going to meet out there. And he doesn't say a whole lot.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. Here's Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The left-footed Kevin Huber set to punt it away. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now, Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Will Fuller, of course, former member of the Houston Texans, 5 seasons with him, better than 3,100 receiving yards, and now playing on the other side. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Tua. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, You saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. They'll get this out to Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. So, Charles, this defense is going to have its hands full all game long, you'd have to figure, facing the man second in the NFL in passing yards. What's the course of action here defensively?
Well, we all know that every down seems to have equal importance. But for this game, they're putting it all on third down. Make sure they stop them there, get off the field, and that way they can turn the ball over to their offense and feel good about how this game's progressing.
On first down, it's Gurley. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 12 carries, 54 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
On second down, it's Gurley again. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that will be incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it fourth down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
From the 50, it's Watson. It finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Watson. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And he fends him off. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Lindsey now off the read option. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. separating from the gun. Watson. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
They come into play here 2-6 on the year, and I guess if you're them, you have to have the mindset of, hey, if we go 7-1, 8-0 down the stretch, we can still get into the playoffs. But CD, to be frank, I don't know that they've shown that they're capable of that this season.
Well, I certainly hope they have that mindset and that they're trying to play to that. But in my mind, from what I've seen, they've got no shot at doing that. This is going to be a tough second half. They've had so many injuries. They've had tough losses along the way. I think you've got guys playing for jobs for next year, and they're playing for positioning in the upcoming draft.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Johnson now returning. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Houston set to take over in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense, I thought he may go the distance, to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them. And it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though.
From the pistol, it's Gurley. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Oh, boy, this isn't what you want to see. That's Todd Gurley, folks. Down on the field still. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Tua going to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Watson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
To the air yet again, Watson. He's got Jordan complete right side. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Second down and 3. Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A shotgun snap for Watson. There he goes inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Finding Gaskin underneath.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Yeah, that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Waddle now to return it. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Tua sets up to pass it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. 1st down, Miami.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Tua. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's going to be caught by Waddle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Here's Gaskin. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. They'll run now with Gaskin. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Ahmed. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Salvon Ahmed.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
The kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson.
Now Desean Watson and his offense heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Now he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Open man, here is Cobb.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. A handoff, Lindsey running left. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, Watson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Houston. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
working with a 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Hands it off out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll set up a throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. And his throw here's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. He's got long over the middle, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. Finding room to the 20 and down to the 19-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there.
And it's third down. Touchdown, Dolphins! Devontae Parker, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On third down, here's Lindsay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Watson.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Watson.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Houston. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Tua.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down.
Tua. That's to Waddle on the quick slant.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. They'll look to throw again. And throw right side complete to Parker. Touchdown! Devontae Parker as the first half is winding down.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The final shot before the break, Watson. He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, and it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game, and they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. C.D. Lamb, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. The Jets continue to struggle as they finish off the first half of the year winless at 0-8. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out.
And we have seen him to this point with 4 touchdowns. We get a glance at his work. It's been good work.
Oh, it's been excellent work, and it's made so much better by our guys. Look at that montage of great plays that they put together. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, you speak it pretty well. But these guys, the pictures they put up,
Very good, and he's got his team in the lead right now.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Able to find Shaheen here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And this is Parker, complete.
Tua to Parker there for the Miami first.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And a short gain here down to the 22. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
On 2nd down, it's Gurley again.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
And the Texans say they have it. They do. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He gets this to the former Aztec, Kahale Waring. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
Here's Watson. That escapes the sand. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So a change of possession here on the punt. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Tua going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another carry now for Gurley. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans 34. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to his running back, Carter. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. And this isn't what they want to see. Rivers, their captain, still down. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff for Gurley. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The kick by Sanders is good. And their lead will swell up to 28.
I got to think at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll go again with Lindsey. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Watson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the right side open is Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, it's Gurley again.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Houston's offense taking over again. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 26. To throw is Watson. His throw incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson, and that is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Screenplay, Johnson. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Again, it's Watson. And this is incomplete.
Nico Collins, the intended receiver.
That'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Watson. And he's going to go down again.
Christian Wilkins. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time, Watson on 4th down. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 21.
He gives to Gurley.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, boy, this isn't what you want to see. That's Todd Gurley, folks. Down on the field still.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. On the return, it's King. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
On 1st down, Watson. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring.
7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Watson now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the gun, it's Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua looking middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua over the middle. He's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
Sanders' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be it.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson
out to the flat here for Johnson.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. It's Waring the tight end with it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Watson's throw is taken in by QT. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Quickly into the hands of Fuller.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
To Fuller for a Miami first down.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, They inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, here we are with another loss under our belt. I mean, I shouldn't be celebrating losses, but we're kind of, we're trying to get some high draft picks. So, yeah, we lost to a team that was 2-6, and they ripped us apart. 41-17. Oh, my goodness. 41-17, the Dolphins beat us. They had 497 yards total offense, 146 rushing yards. We had 48. I don't think there is a single time that we have had a 100-plus rushing yard game, collectively, too. I'm not even talking about just one player getting 100 yards. I'm talking about our entire team combined. Combined. I don't think we've gotten 100 rushing yards this season. And I just said in the last update that, our running backs are decent. Oh, my goodness. They had 351 passing yards. Apparently, Tua is up in the MVP discussion. They were 2-6 coming into this game, but he led the league in passing touchdowns with 18. So, okay, bro. 28 first downs. They had 14 punt return yards. We had 8. We're just terrible all around. 177 kick return yards, obviously, because they kicked the ball to us a bunch of times. 591 total yards for them. We had 516. Like, that's not that bad. We were -1 in the turnovers. We gave it away 2 times. They gave it away 1 time. 6 for 15 in third downs. They were 13 for 20. We were 0 for 2 in fourth down conversions. In the red zone, we were 2 for 2. We had a touchdown and a field goal. They were 6 for 8. They had 4 touchdowns, 2 field goals. We gave up 7 penalties for 78 yards. That's also another problem. I think there was a moment where it was like 3rd and 10, and our defense had a roughing the passer and just gave them a first down. So penalties like that are hurting us. They had 3 penalties for 35 yards, and they had most possession time with 37 minutes, 5 seconds. Also, I talked about in the last update how many injuries there were. We're going to be lowering the injury slider. After the newest update, there was a patch a couple days ago. They kind of tweaked some sliders, and if you were paying attention during this game, I think there was like between 4 and 6 people left the game with injuries. So it's getting kind of out of hand. I am going to look up like the realistic amount of injuries per game because I don't think it's that many. So player stats: Tua, 34 for 53, 370 yards, 4 touchdowns. Watson was 25 for 46, 305 yards, 2 touchdowns. But he had an interception. Todd Gurley II, I think, left the game with an injury, and so did Myles Gaskin. 19 attempts, 70 yards. Salvin Ahmed, 13 attempts, 40 yards. Yeah, this is the only reason why they have so many people with so many carries, because they all got injured. Myles Gaskin had 7 carries, 36 yards. Phillip Lindsay, 11 carries, 33 yards. And Mark Ingram II, 1 carry, 14 yards. Randall Cobb had 1 carry for -2 yards. Desean Watson, 1 carry, 3 yards. Salvin Ahmed had the only rushing touchdown. And Desean Watson fumbled the ball twice, and Randall Cobb fumbled once as well. That is our turnovers we were talking about. Receiving, Devontae Parker, 6 catches. He led the way. He also had 63 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle had 2 touchdowns, 5 catches, 109 yards. Kiki Kuti. All right, here we go. 5 catches, 111 yards, 1 touchdown. Phillip Lindsay had 3 catches, 11 yards, and a touchdown as well. But, yeah, Kiki Kuti led the way with 111 yards. Waddle had 109, and then Devontae Parker had 63. Nico Collins had 62. Brevin Jordan, another 5 catches, 52 yards. So, again, you know, he's just a tight end, but he's a rookie, and he's doing pretty decent out there. There was quite a few sacks in the game. Most solo tackles go to Camus Grieger-Hill. Once again, our left outside linebacker. This guy's actually leading our team in tackles, I believe. So he's doing pretty decent. We'll take a look at the total stats at the end of the year. Kevin Pierre-Louis had the most assisted tackles with 7. Most total tackles go to Grieger-Hill. He had 13. Pierre-Louis had 12. Zach Cunningham had 12 as well. Desmond King, the second, had 9. Bradley Roby had 8. The most for the Dolphins was Eric Rowe with 7. So our linebackers are getting those tackles out there. Just our defensive line and our cornerbacks need some work. Linebackers do too, but they're at least doing something out there. Tackles for loss, Christian Wilkins, Zach Sealer, Brandon Jones, Javon Hargrave, Justin Coleman. Oh, this guy used to play for the Lions in our franchise last year. Grieger-Hill, Christian Kirksey, Lonnie Johnson Jr., Bernardrick McKinney, Malik Collins, Emmanuel Ogba, Terrence Mitchell, Zach Cunningham, and Desmond King II all had 1 apiece. Javon Hargrave, 2 sacks. Jordan Jenkins, Christian Wilkins, Zach Sealer, and Shaq Lawson all had 1 apiece. The only interception in the game came from Justin Coleman. And the forced fumbles were created by Zach Sealer, Shaq Lawson, Javon Hargrave, and Bernardrick McKinney. Jerome Baker and Ross Blacklock had fumble recoveries. And that is it. So once again, we have another in the loss column.